Yeah, hi there, this is DxO.com. Welcome on my video channel. And in the today little video, we want to talk about DxO Photolab 3.1, which was released at the end of the year 2019. And I took the chance to take a closer look on this program. The main new feature DxO advertises is the keyword management for DxO, at least for the Windows version. So I assume that keyword management was implemented in the Macintosh version a little bit earlier. So just let's take a look on this new feature on the desktop PC. Okay, I started here DxO Photolab, and for preparation I indexed the complete drive G with those subfolders. And that is the first thing I noticed, that there is, if you choose to index folders and subfolders, that there is no view for all images that are in the index. So far you can search here. That is the main new feature in DxO. Like here, for example, take a 14. I repeat that. And then the application gives you a choice of either 14 millimeter from the lens, 14 seconds exposure time, or f14 as an aperture. And it seems that there are a couple of folders in there which start with a 14. But here I choose to take the 14 focal length. And here you see that only if you slide over the image you get information about the Exif data, or otherwise if you press Ctrl E. Then with Ctrl F9 you can blend out the images and just have a full view on the image that you selected. And with Ctrl F10 you can fade out the Browse tab. Go here in the folder, and there you see that it's loading new optical modules. And that is always a combination of lens and body, but as I understand it, for correcting chromatic aberration or vignetting of lenses, it should only be for the lens. But if you, like for example, have a 24 to 70 on my Canon 60 Mark II, then the optical modules are loaded for this combination. And if the same lens was used on a, let's say, 5D Mark II, then the optical module are loaded again. Okay, if you go into the Customize tab, there you have some of the Exif Metadata, and here you can insert the keywords, which it's the main new feature in DxO. We type this one and this one, and let's say sky. And if I go back to the photo library and search for images with the sky keyword, that one is found. So to me, the keyword management, there is a lot to improve for DxO in future versions. So let's go back on here. Let's do a little bit of processing. Like this one, go back with the highlights and open up the shadows a little bit. And as you can see here, some of the adjustments are made automatically by the application, and that leads us to pretty decent results in the most cases. So you might as well leave the automatic setting here in the application. Go back to photo library. I want to show you something else. Let's take this one, for example. That might be the right example. And that is only a test photo. And if we go to 100% view, here you can see a lot of noise because it was taken with ISO 3200. But when I activate the noise reduction, you see here that DxO is doing a very good job without losing details. Go with a comparison. To me, these results, at least for the noise reduction feature, are very good, but for this noise reduction you need the Elite version of DxO. Okay, what I am missing a little bit is search for like camera manufacturers, and most important, okay, there is a need for searching for like any image that was taken with the 14mm focal length, but also it would be important to know if the image was taken with, for example, the 7 to 14mm or the 12 to 35mm lens. So on Exif data there is a lot to improve for DxO. And now we go into another folder. Here it displays that this folder doesn't contain any image. That isn't quite true. This folder contains images shot with the iPhone in the new HEIF 10-bit JPEG format, so that can't be processed or even shown in DxO. Concerning DNG format files, you have to distinguish between, I think, those made with apps on a smartphone. At least with my smartphone, the DNG files are not displayed either. But DNG files I converted from original RAW files in Lightroom. They are displayed and you can process them. And also the DNG files from my drone, the DJI Mavic, you can view here and process those images. Okay, that was DxO Photolab 3.1. The keyword management is sort of working, but also quite simple at the moment. You can add and delete and rename keywords as you like, okay? And the search button, just enter search what you like, and the system tries to determine what you mean. Let's say if you type in 14, if that is a folder name or the focal length of a lens which you used in your images. What I'm missing in the keyword search is that I can't search for some metadata like the camera manufacturer, and that is pretty important to me. I can't search for lenses I took the images with. So I only can, for example, say I want all the images taken at, let's say, 24mm, but I can't search, for example, if they were shot with the 24 to 70 or the 16 to 35 at 24mm. But maybe DxO will improve the search in the next version. What is very good, at least in my opinion, is noise reduction. I tested this with my images from my MFT cam at ISO above 1600, let's say 3200 or even 6400, and the noise reduction is to me pretty impressive. I won't get the same result in Lightroom, but if you want this prime noise reduction, you have to pay a little bit more, because for that you need the Elite version of the program. And talking about prices, 199 euros for the Elite version of this program is quite a hard price in comparison to other programs like Lightroom or even on Photo Raw. But DxO is on a good way with the program, and I hope that they will improve the search and keyword management. And a main advantage over Lightroom is that you still have the ability to index some folders, which means that you can search for all data except the one I mentioned in the Exif Metadata and other data you store in. But you also can go to a folder and develop just 2 or 3 or 4 images without the need for indexing them for the catalog. So that's my result on DxO Photolab 3.1 for Windows. If you have any questions to the program, you're welcome to place them in the comments on this video or also on the corresponding blog post. And if that video helped you a little bit in your decision, you might want to place a like on this video, and I would appreciate it very much if you subscribe my channel. But if you subscribe, be sure to activate the notification with the bell, so every time I upload a new video you get a notification about this one. So that was all for today, and I say till the next time, ciao, DxO.